Alright, well, we'll see how this works. Thought I'd have a little go. Okay, so just start off with, I suppose, a little bit about me. I am a fairly new rider to the big bikes. I passed my license in May of last year, so less than a year on the big bike, and actually only really just getting back out on the thing because it's been parked up in the garage because I'm a wuss and I don't want to ride it in the winter. I have the privilege of having a car as well, so I don't need to ride the bike in the winter. Yeah, so still kind of, cutting my teeth, as they say, on the bigger bike, getting used to things. Absolutely loving it. I have had, in the past, in my younger years, I had a 125. I actually had TZR 125, Yamaha TZR. I do have a little Yamaha thing. I do have a thing for Yamahas. But yeah, Yamaha TZR 125 when I was kind of 17, 18, and that thing was an absolute monster for a 125. Some of the older folks might know what they are. Kind of two-stroke 125. I think it was somewhere around 33 brake horsepower. Just absolutely nothing on the bottom end of it, but you get it you get it up to the angry end of the rev range, and yeah, the thing came alive. It was absolute little monster, that thing was. Yeah, absolutely loved that thing, but kind of got rid of that. Then actually had a little 50cc moped. I know I went from a 125 to a 50, doing it the wrong way around, but that was a kind of interesting set of circumstances. It wasn't given to me, but it was as cheap as made no difference. So yeah, so rode that around for a while, and then we had kids. So the car was the one. You can't get 3 kids on a little moped at the time. I was going to say, you can't get 3 kids on a moped. You can't get an adult and 1 kid on a moped, really. So yeah, so last year, kids are all a bit older now. I say we, me and the missus. I say me and the missus. The missus let me go for the full bike, the bigger bike. Actually, really good experience with all the training and stuff. Did it locally. Finesse rider training. For anybody in Norfolk area looking to do some motorcycle training, highly recommend Gavin at Finesse. He's an absolute legend. And yeah, I kind of passed everything first time with I don't want to say minimal training, but I didn't have to keep going back and back for lots of lessons. And then got the big bike. So this is a Yamaha Phaser FZ6 S2. 600cc little monster. So a little bit about the bike, I suppose, a lot of people out there will know this already, but I suppose for my own benefit, I'm going to explain it. The engine in this is derived from an R6, I believe the older, so this is a 2007 bike. The engine in this is derived from an older R6. I think it's like a 2004 R6, I could be wrong on that, correct me if I am. And what they do to it is, I believe they changed the cams, or the camshaft, or the cam profile, so that it's, a lot of people say these things are detuned. I would say it's retuned for lower end power. So where an R6 is all the power's up the top end, a little bit like the TZR I was talking about. This thing, it does have a bit more low down range than what a standard R6 does, but also it has a little less up top. But what they're doing there is they're putting the power in the more rideable range, and I found it absolutely great. Great little bike. I think it's 100 horse, or not 100, it's like 96 horsepower or 98 horsepower, something like that. It's a sports tourer, so I'm sitting up nice and comfortable. If I want to, I can slide my bum back and tuck down. You can dance around on the pegs a little bit. Feet aren't way out in front, but they're not way up tucked behind you. So yeah, quite a comfortable seating position. I've not really done any long rides yet. When I first passed, and the first couple of weeks, I was just kind of pootling around here, there, and everywhere. Just spending as much time on a bike as I possibly could. All that shit on the road. Excuse my French. Well, yeah, I'll blame him. It's his fault. I don't know if you can see him now, the farmer. It is 30 up here. Slow down, you idiot. Yeah, so just, as I say, just kind of having a go at this whole vlogging thing. See if anybody's got any interest into what I've got to say. Probably not, but you know, fuck it, let's have a go. Doggo! Yeah, so I've just had the bike MOT'd. Literally took her out. She was parked up in the garage for, I think in the space of 3 months, I think I rode it 3 or 4 times, just because obviously, you know, the weather wasn't great for it and stuff. So let's see if he does it. I'll give him a little nod. Let's see if he gives me a nod back. Yeah, he did. Yeah, so yeah, just had the, oh, don't not yet. Look, you can see it. It's like like you're being beckoned. Here boy, good boy, here boy, here boy, here boy. Still exceeding the speed limit, but you know, lovely bit of road here. Lovely bit of road. That's good enough for me. And then 60, we're there. Yeah, so I'd say just like so I need to be conscious of me shouting, because my helmet, my crash helmet, gets very loud in the wind. I actually had one of these wind deflector things on the front of the bike, which I've only just taken off today. It's really great if you're kind of constantly sitting at 70 mile an hour. It does keep you off of that main bluster of wind, but kind of 40 to 60, 40 to 70, it's really turbulent air that blows around, and it makes it really noisy. This is actually the quietest it's been for me for quite a while. So obviously when it gets loud in my head, the voice is in my head, when it gets noisy in my head, in the helmet, I find myself really starting to shout, which I'm pretty sure is unnecessary. Now I've set my mic up in here, which is just a set of headphones, and I have no idea how it sounds. We will find out. I say I will find out and see how it looks. What's he doing? Oh, he's just pulling in there. I was wondering what he was doing. I know I'm driving like a fanny, or riding like a fanny. As I say, I'm still all quite new to me, still kind of finding out what I can do, what I can't do. Oh yeah, going back on myself, I'm going to do this a lot, backwards, forwards. MOT, just had it MOT'd. And I had a bit of a faff around getting the MOT actually sorted, because I struggled to find a garage that would do both an MOT and the work. I found a garage that would do the work, but they would take it to a car dealer to do the MOT. I found same car dealer that would do the MOT but couldn't do the work, and there was a couple of places that were like that. So yeah, I did find somewhere in the end. It's actually, I've gone past it, I think, not that long ago. Oh no, I think he's up here. And yeah, he was great. But what I did basically, I think he's down there. Is he down there? Oh, I think he's down there. But yeah, it doesn't matter. What I did before it went in for the MOT was I did some bits of the bike just to try and save myself a few quid and try and get it passing the MOT, really. And what I did was I put some new rear brake pads in it. I didn't go for anything too special on the rear pads. I just put some, you know, basic pads in it, really. I didn't really look about what they were made of or anything like that. You know, I didn't go for any special, what they're EBC sintered or nothing. That is what is in the front. Now when it comes, they were in the bike when I got it, the receipt showed that. When I come to replacing those brake pads, when I come to replacing those brake pads, I will most likely put in some good quality pads in the front. Oh, doggo, look, you don't like the bike. Oh, hello. Hello, doggo. Yeah, you know, I get it, you know, get some decent quality pads in the front. But yeah, I mean, the rear pads I've put in there, they do absolutely fine at holding me stopped when I'm at traffic lights, which is pretty much all your back brakes are for. You know, a bit of slow control on that. Yeah, they're absolutely fine. Yeah, the other thing I had to do was get a new rear tyre, because the tyre I had on it was I mean, square I think is an understatement. I didn't actually realise how bad it was until I kind of got the bike back out after it being in the garage for the winter, and I looked and I was like, oh my dear lord, that is flat. What do they call it, dark siding, when you got a car tyre on it? Basically looked like that. Yeah, basically looked like it was a big old flat car tyre on there. So yeah, I put on a Dunlop Road Smart 2. I did have a Road Smart 1. It's a Qualifier 2 on the front. Dunlop Qualifier 2. You know, I have no idea if them tyres are really any good or not. From my experience, the noticeable difference in the new back tyre was actually unbelievable. I don't necessarily, so yeah, I had a Road Smart 1 and I went from a Road Smart 2, so whether that means it is a better or more improved tyre, I don't know. Let's just nip up here a little bit. Yeah, whether it's an actually physically better tyre or not, I don't know. But what I do know is that the fact it's round has made a massive difference. It felt amazing, like it still does. But you know, hello. I've got nothing to compare to. So, as I say, a long time since I rode a bike. I probably had 10 years, I'd say, in between having my little 50cc moped and having this. So yeah, you can't really compare. Right, this bit of road here is boring, but it does lead to some nicer stuff. Yeah, I actually really hope you can hear the bike noise as well. I mean, the exhaust on this thing is completely standard. I quite like the fact it has a standard exhaust on it. The whole loud pipe, is it loud pipe save lives or something like that? I can't remember what it is. You know, this is my opinion, but I do think it's just an excuse for people to put noisy pipes on their bikes. I love the sound of a bike that's got a really loud, beefy set of exhausts on it. But I think for my riding that I'm doing right now, it'd just be drumming your ear holes off. You know, my general riding, I mean, today I'm just out for a poodle about, but my general riding is going to be mainly commuting, work and back, you know, fighting the traffic really. It's only a 10-mile commute, but the bike knocks 10 minutes off it. You know, it's half hour on a busy day, it's 20 minutes on a busy day on the bike, you know, it's 20 minutes in the car on a quiet day. So, but yeah, the whole big loud pipes things, yeah, I mean, you know, I'd be tempted to do it, but I just think it'd get on my tits, I think, after a while. You know, it's a great noise that comes past you, and you know, it does turn heads. You know, I get it turns heads, and it gets people looking at it. I don't know. Again, not an experienced rider, so that is just that's a novice opinion of somebody who is ill-educated, ill-informed, and highly opinionated to that fact as well. So yeah, but you know, standard exhaust. It is quiet, but I think it's got a nice enough sound to it. You know, when you wind it on. But then sitting at 50 mile an hour, it's not droning your ear holes off. Well, we're coming up to the 60. Is he going to go though? That is the question. Is he going to go? I think he's going to want to go as well. Oh, he's doing it, Go on, son! Do him! Oh, turned my grips on. I just went, oh, my hands are a bit cold. Yeah, heated grips came on the bike again. They do make a big difference, especially in a wet day, just keeping your hands a little bit warm. I must admit, again, I'm a fanny. I try and avoid riding in the wet because I don't have to. I don't know where I was going with that. I started somewhere. Again, just totally off piste. Just, you know, I just kind of go, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Good sound effects, mate, good sound effects. Right, there's all roadworks up here, but I should be able to just scoot to the front. So, I don't know how good that was for filtering. Filtering is something that, again, is very new to me, because when you're on a little 50cc moped, you don't really do it much. The date today is, I don't even know what the date today is. Is it like the, Jesus, what is the date today? The bike doesn't show me. It showed me what the time is, but that's wrong. It shows me what the temperature is outside, but that's not wrong. That's not right. It's more the, what is it shows? It shows like the intake air temperature, so it's like in the air box. So it's like, hold on, let's see if I can see it reach, so that's saying 14 degrees, and it is not 14 degrees today. I would say it's probably closer to 7. My hands would definitely say it's closer to 7. But then the heated grips are warming up a bit now, so it's quite nice. It's quite nice. Oh, look, he's going straight through, is he? Is he going straight through? Let me sneak to the front again. Sneak to the front again. Sorry, my man. Oh, my man. I say my man. You're an old lady. Sorry, old lady. Right, stick it in neutron. See him wait. Quite scary as shit when he's coming towards you like that. Don't indicate towards me, mate. Oh! Editing. I don't know what I'm doing. There is no one. It is editing. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done any editing before. I'm going to have a go and I'm going to see what happens. Well, he's walking with his loaves of bread and bottle of milk. He's been to the garage. Yeah, so we're just going to see what happens, really. This has been a seriously boring ride. Right, shall we... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, he's just collecting his... Cheeky motherfucker! Oh, I think it does. I keep saying it. I think the roads do get a bit more interesting up here. It feels lovely with the new back tyre. Yeah, I do have a box on the back. I don't know if you can see that in the mirror, but I've got like a top box on the back, which is ugly. It does make the bike look ugly. I think it makes the bike look ugly, but it's very practical. It serves a purpose. You know, if you pop to the shop, throw your lid in. When you get back out from the shop, you take your lid out, you put your shit in that you bought from the shop in it. Place UK. Just called Place UK. Oh, is that a company? Or is it it's a place in the UK, so put aside of called Place UK. Oh, I love a bit of queue jumping. How much do you reckon you get paid for that? Is he literally going to turn around and guide us back through? He is, isn't he? Yeah. I've never seen that before. This is like really strange. I mean, I get the guys are working down there. Probably quite dangerous for them on the side of the road. I totally appreciate that. You know, but that's something I've never ever seen before. Just because I've done that. Is there more? There better not be more. Mobile roadworks. Oh, is that because of that one that's back there? Right, I need to get off this fucking road. Again, driving like a fanny because I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. Well, I'd imagine this has been highly unentertaining for anybody that's seen it, and I reckon the only people that have seen it are the people that are my family, who will be looking at this and going, "You're a fucking idiot, mate." No, I was talking about me. No, I wasn't talking about him then. Just to clarify that, because people will be like, "Oh, why did he do it wrong?" No, me. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, remember, I don't know if... Oh, yeah, well done, mate. You spotted me. Yeah, better late than never. This is this mirror as well. Apparently a bit of Loctite in there. A little dribble of Loctite in there will stop them from wandering. But my problem is, every time I park it up in my garage, I fold the fucker in. And when you fold it out, you do that. And it's like, oh, that's great. I can see the sky. And then, yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Alright mate, I'm not going for you. We can squeeze, we can squeeze, we can squeeze. We're not going to get anybody's way if we squeeze up there, are we? Squeezings! Squeezings! Problem is I can't see those lights, so if they change, they've changed. Mobile tyres. Is he turning? Anybody turning? Don't appear to be turning. With the whole IAM stuff, innit? Something advanced motorist or motorcycle. I think it's just motorist, advanced motorist in Institute of Advanced. I believe it's just motorists. They recommend just hanging right back so you can see both sides past him as opposed to doing what I'm doing now. But if I see a clear spot, which we've got, we'll have a squirt. And we'll do one. And then we'll just pretend that we didn't do any of that on the speedo. Somewhere. Oh, let's go to Place UK. I want to go to Place UK. What's at Place UK? I want to go to Place UK. Enough room for both of us, mate. Thank you very much. Whoa, that was the gravelly stuff, man. I literally, my front wheel went whoop then. Oh, what is this shit? Literally. So what is this shit? Wow, I think I just answered my own question. I'm going to find out that the whole time my camera's been doing that. Oh yeah. That was probably... Let's... So bicycle. Say I mean, just like ignore the Suzuki logo on there. We won't tell anybody about that. Just make sure no one's fucking coming. Is that a thumbnail? I don't know. Yeah. So, she's my baby. I love it. As I say, she's done like 20,000 miles, just over, I think. 21 now, I think. 21,000 miles. She's a bit of a clean. But yeah, as I say, totally standard exhausts. Don't know if you'll be able to hear it a bit better now. I think that sounds alright for a standard exhaust. Shittest indicators in the world. They're like LED ones, but put the pannier racks on as well. I don't have any panniers, but I may get some at some point. Yeah, I think they've been changed. I'll put those on. Indicators are different, but I believe apart from that, obviously, and yeah, no. But yeah, apart from that, the bike is completely stock standard. These were put on at some point. I don't think they normally come with a bike. They need a bit of a... Oh, that one's alright. Which one is this one? Need a bit of a re-stick on here. That's not... You can see it wants to come away, but... You know. Right, anyway. Onwards. That bloke probably thinks I'm an absolute weirdo.